It was the dawn of the 23rd century when mankind finally dared leave the confines of Earth. With the last of the unification wars behind them, fusion power and interstellar travel in their hands, they turned their attention to a distant star. They named it Hellion. Work began on the expedition project, a massive undertaking with a singular purpose: to give humanity a new home beneath an alien sky. The journey would take almost a century.
It's all over. The expedition has fallen apart. Hellion is a war zone. The damn plan was a mistake. It was insane right from the start. But we can't turn back now. I just pray that someone can survive this.
And good evening everyone again, the second time this evening. Welcome to my bonus stream. Normally people wouldn't just do bonus streams, they would just switch games, switch the sections of Twitch and whatnot, but I decided to split it in two just to kinda have it properly divided. So Hellion is a game. Before the previous stream, just a couple dozen minutes ago, it was IRL / creative / DIY / modeling stuff. So yeah, and welcome back, Fistmaster. At least I got a break. Well, I mean, just enough to actually prepare everything for the next stream. Okay, and grab a drink myself. So cheers, a little bit of energy. Since I don't drink coffee, I drink energy drinks. So, cheers everybody. So, Hellion is a post-apocalyptic space survival simulator. The game, unfortunately, is abandoned by the devs. They stopped developing it quite some time ago, but the community picked up, and absolutely not in any commercial way. The community is working on it right now, mostly the one guy, Zorkind. So they are trying to fix the game to make it better, to finish what the devs couldn't finish. Pretty much make the game more playable, more convenient, add some minor things, but mostly the focus is to make it better. Windows 7 SP1 install? Yeah, I haven't done that. I actually have installed recently Win2K, Windows 98, Windows XP, but I haven't done Windows 7. I gotta do Windows 7 just to have it all. Don't ask me about Windows 8. No, not going back there. Yeah, Feast, you told me that it costs like a ton of money now, so yeah. Win 8, no, yeah, that we skip like forever. So back to this game. So this game is space survival simulator where you survive in space. You cannot land on the planets. What's interesting about this game, it's first proper zero-G, I think, and it's first proper celestial mechanics. In this game you just don't fly your ship from one place to another. You always orbiting something and you just change your orbit. Belongs in hell with Vista, yeah. So but customized version or versions of Windows 0.1, like Windows, what they call Windows 9, people actually used to love. So heavily customized. So the thing of this, the premise of this game is that you wake up, you're supposed to be joining a huge expedition, trying to colonize another star system. with a bunch of planets. One planet is even good for terraforming. So you wake up from cryosleep. You expect to be surrounded by other people working to colonize the system, like building everything around it, creating the supporting framework and whatnot. You wake up in the middle of apocalypse. Everything's falling apart. Everybody's dead. Well, there are no zombies, but everybody's dead. It's like a war zone, and you don't know what happened. Why the expedition failed so utterly and pretty much completely. So what I have here, I have a base. You cannot survive in space without base. Well, you can, but you won't be able to even refill your backpack, your oxygen and your RCS fuel. So and what I just realized, that the last time I played this, I promised that I would offload the ship offline, but I've never done it. So we have to offload the ship now, because the ship is not fit for an expedition. It's like full of stuff there, and we just got to deal with that first. I think there are things on the floor in the ship even. So the game's multiplayer, but as you might understand, not a lot of people are playing it right now. So that's me here in my station and my ship docked to it, orbiting the planet called Bethir. It's like the fourth planet or the fifth planet of this solar system, called Hellion. So this is the cause. This planet is the cause. That's where everybody spawned. There are different scenarios though. Did I forget? I even forgot to close the doors. Oh crap. I forgot about this thing. This thing scares me. This thing freaking scares me. Yeah. Okay. Let's start picking up things. Things that we need to get back, offload. So this one's empty too. This suit stays here. This we have to refill. Mining. All these are empty. This one, I guess. Well, I guess I'm going to take it. So what's here? We have one catalyst. We have more than one catalyst. Okay. Okay, we have some things here that we technically don't need to have in here. So let's start offloading. By the way, music. For those who are watching me live on Twitch, the music is only available for people watching live on Twitch. On YouTube, use your own music. Core containment field generators. These are basically capacitors, so it would be nice to craft a couple more, and I will probably. So this we have. Yeah. So then outfitting the ship. It's like completely different suit, just in case something goes completely and entirely wrong. Here we have empty cans. That's ready. These are still good, can be used. These though absolutely don't need to be in here. So one military core, 22, 23, 23 and 4, 23 and 2. Taking this. This stays here. We got to probably craft more hiking tools. And this we are taking. Okay, this has to be it, right? The pistols here. Oh, we need ammo. Yeah, forgot about that part. So we need ammo. We need 2 capacitors. And hacking devices. Okay. And maybe a couple more cans. So I kinda outfit, if I outfit this ship like to the brim, I'll end up just using it with all the things I crafted for it. So let me actually see what's going on with the electricity. Here we have the catalyst, here we have the catalyst. So I think we know them catalysts. Oh, you. I totally forgot about you guys. The ship's... Is it red from the ship? What was the message? I didn't see. There was a message from the server. I did not see it. Okay. Yeah, we got to refill this. We have 2 pistols in the ship, which is sort of kind of stupid. So here we have radar signal amplifier. Let's see if I learn. No. Okay, later then. We have one military nanite core here and a couple of almost depleted civilian ones just in case. Okay, okie dokie. Let's drop this one here and refill it. Stay there for now. So, and the rest, I think the rest we just recycle. We have spares. Let me just check if I know how to craft singularity cell detonator, if the fabricator has a recipe for it. Yes, singularity cell detonator, yeah. The catalyst, everything. Everything is pretty much in there. Good. Have some room in the receiving part. These used warp cells are actually sort of kinda really good. Oh yeah, almost full. And I'm full here. Okay. So let's craft a couple of capacitors then. Do I know how to craft them? Yes, I know. They don't cost much. That's for the ship. Very nice. Boom, 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 boom. So then let's craft a bunch of ammo. I think I managed to, yeah, drop some in queue. There's no such thing as queue in the interface, but if you click several times at once, yeah, you might be able to get like 3 of them done in a row. So now definitely some room for resources in here. Now we can continue recycling things. Shattered plating goes to the shelves here. No need to refine it right now. Hacking devices. At least a couple more. Like this. Maybe a couple more steam packs. Like this. We got ammo. We got steam packs. We got this. We got that. So we have almost everything I wanted to have. This actually needs to be, needs to be fixed. But later, I'm keeping it open just not to forget about it. I wanted to check if I have a recipe for this raider thingy. Fabricator, do you know how to craft this raider thingy? By the look of it, it does not how to craft. It does not know how to craft. Okay. Learn the amp. And where did you appear? Here it is. Okay, first tier of this stuff. Good. Good. I don't have a catalyst in here at the ready, and resource injector, but I always can take that one. So doesn't matter. Let's go and drop things into the ship. Yeah, this thing's scary. I think it was empty when I looked at it the first time. Okay, it doesn't look empty now. Okay. Keeping just a couple. Core contain. You guys. Go here. Where did you go? Well, not where I wanted to have you, but okay, let me just manually drop you on the shelf. Okay, more or less organized here. This will have to take and actually burn it to learn it. The RCS has a resource injector installed, so the systems are pretty much properly outfit. Here we go. The extinguisher is half empty. Not good. No. You go back. So the shattered plating we take. Here we go. So maybe gotta craft a little bit more for this locker sorta kinda, yeah. Are you loaded? Yeah, this one's loaded. Fire safety in space is very important. So this one uses nitrogen, which is sorta kinda good or okay. Understandable. That's the word I was looking for. Shattered plating goes to the shelves. Here we go. Full shelves of shattered plating. Interestingly enough, every module has a special designated kind of slot on the wall for the fire extinguisher, but this module doesn't. So you just have to keep it on the shelf here. I'm not sure if it's possible for this module to like have a fire, but I think everything's possible. You can have a fire pretty much anywhere if it's damaged enough, I think. Running back and forth between the ship and base. Hey, open the door. Let me out. So the look of this game is sort of kind of, you can see it's like industrial gritty. It's not as beautiful like something in Star Citizen, because it's a hardcore game. It's not Star Citizen. Let's say it like that. Star Citizen, it's more like GTA in space. GTA multiplayer that's currently well, people play. So Star Citizen is as close to that as possible, but in space. And this is DayZ in space, without zombies though. So the light's red here because it's depressurized, the ship's depressurized. When I fill it with air, it's gonna be of a normal color again. Fistmaster, yeah, because Star Citizen is a true sandbox. It's like a true sandbox with not a lot of actual gameplay to it. So in that relation, it's closer to Minecraft, but you can build things in Minecraft, and you cannot in Star Citizen. So like a sandbox showing I forgot one thing again on this freaking ship. A sandbox showing like advancement of the software development. Yeah, but they make money with those. I mean, besides that thing, besides the ships and whatnot. So I understand how they make money. They need money because what they're doing is like extremely ambitious, and I'm not sure if like it's even possible to get to to get like the final result that way. So I don't really care about them selling the ships, but I have a feeling that in Star Citizen you got to be even more creative with finding ways to entertain yourself than in DayZ. Got to play Star Citizen, haven't played it in a while. I never played on my current video card 3090. I never played it on my 3090. Gun. So can we craft this bloody thing? Yeah, we can. Not even that many resources it takes. It's like it takes pretty much as a nanite core. Yeah. Okay, good. Are we ready to go? Yeah, not really. Let's craft a little bit more stuff. More ammo. So I promised the last time to do all this stuff off stream because it's loot management, offloading the ship and whatnot. But apologies, I forgot about it. Oh, there's even more. I managed to put a bunch of them in a queue. Okay. Still addictive to watch? Well, I mean... maybe, but I'm not sure that that would be true for like everybody. Okay. Wait, no, not like that. Drop all inside. Yeah, like this. So we need one filter for this thingy. So let's go and craft it too, since we are crafting things one way or another. And the ammo. We need 2 more. Two more, okay, 2 more, 1 more, then. Okay, and fabricator, 1 carbon filter, please. Thank you very much. Filter goes in here. Maybe it's possible to find them somewhere as loot. I don't know. I just want it to be there in the slot available. Okay. Very well. What's with the air? 81. Well, I'll clean the air after I return. Turning off the lights when leaving. We good? We are good. Battery at 53. Let's take a fresh one. Though I have more batteries in the ship than in my base. Gotta maybe get some batteries to the base. Or craft them. They don't cost anything. Can I start the new quest line inside the ship? There's like a small device on the wall that allows you to do that. I turned the ship off. That's pretty stupid. The ship stays on. Okay, do we have this small quest device in here? Or is it only in the base? No, yeah, we have to go back. I forgot about the quest. So the ship's ready, but we don't know where to go. Let's drop a couple here. Let's drop a couple here. This one's empty. Let's reload it. What happens if we reload it? Oh no, they have like the counter on them, so we are not reloading it. We're keeping 3. I kind of wanted to have only 2 clips in my inventory, magazines, but okay, one more time we go back to the base. To activate the quest line. Here we go. It's already telling us to activate it. It sends us to Gnosis terminal. Which is nice, because Gnosis actually orbits Bethir. And I want to go there. I want to go to Bethir. Because we need to mine some ice. We're kinda getting a little bit low-ish on oxygen. Okay, now we close the doors and we pressurize the ship. That's better. Did you know, I actually learned that it's a super nice detail, that your radar signature really depends on the currents flowing, not just the size of your base, the weight of it. It depends on the currents flowing in your electrical system too. So, for example, when you activate the fabricator, it consumes a ton of power, a ton of energy. So, for short period of time, of course, while it's crafting. So, and you can see your signature just jumping up significantly, just while exactly at the time of running the fabricator. Then it goes down, turns off, and the signature decreases. So yeah, that's the scene. So that's why I tend to turn off the lights. Yeah, you end up without like active protection. But these things, they only can protect you against like absolutely inexperienced players, and I don't think we have such players anywhere. They're like super easy to destroy even with, well, with a crowbar. Or actually last time I just punched out a couple of them like this. They were inactive though. Yeah, okay, so are we good? Are we good? We are good. We are good. Yes, we have everything. So Gnosis, let's take a look. Yeah, we are going back to Bethir. Okay. So this is for those who just sees this game for the first time. This is the coast. This is where you spawn when you're pretty much new. And when there's like 4 starting scenarios, but you got to finish the first scenario to be able to get through to the second one and whatnot. So you got to unlock the starting scenarios, and this is the first starting scenario spawning here, the main scenario of the game. But of course, like expedition falling apart, people waking up into madness, into this disarray. Like different people would be doing that, hence different starting scenarios. So as you can see, we are orbiting Bethir here, the planet, the gigantic gas giant. Well, I mean, that's why they are giants. So on a pretty high orbit, because it's like a gigantic planet, it has absolutely enormous gravity well. So that's the size of its gravity. Technically, you can orbit anywhere around here and still be orbiting the place. So there is that. So that's me. And this is the star system of Hellion. So Bethir is the 4th planet. The next one, Eridiel here, it would be another tier. So Eridiel sorta kinda greenish. This is the moon of Eridiel, Arlan. And this is Tiora. That kinda looks pretty familiar, right? So this, I think, was the candidate for terraforming. But according to never finished lore of the game, there's something wrong with this one. So Tiora orbits Eridiel and Sinha orbits Tiora, which is kinda rare. Okay. Okay, let's go back to our devices here. Gnosis terminal just right next to us. So let's undock. And start flying. Leaving the vicinity of the base. Yep. So let's prepare the jump. What do we need to search Gnosis terminal? Okay, let's go to the terminal then. Let's prepare the jump. On stage 1, you cannot see it really. I can maybe show you. Yeah, that's the interface of the jump. So you of course can spend a ton of juice in your warp cell to get there, but of course it's better to use as less juice as possible. Initialize. Align the ship with the direction of the jump. It's not really a jump. As I keep explaining, in this universe, these ships, they're using somewhat something similar, or just pretty much there. Something similar to, or pretty much there, Alcubierre drive. Drive that just bends the space. changes the sort of the density of the space. It stretches the space in front of the ship, as far as I understand the idea, and compresses the space behind the ship. And the ship's constantly moving, never leaving normal space, because it's still pretty much, as you can see, it's not hyperspace, not another dimension. But the ship is like gliding on this difference between space densities, like a surfer on a wave. Pretty much the Alcubierre engine creates this wave in space, and the ship's gliding it, and because it's technically not moving, really, the space is moving, you can travel faster than light. The math of Alcubierre engine is sorta kinda ready right now. The guy who did all the math, the scientist named Alcubierre, he did it, yeah, but you need almost like, I think you need an enormous amount of power for this, like level of a star power, and antimatter, and I think something with negative mass, as far as I understand. So if these days the scientists, they can actually produce antimatter, but in like microscopically low quantities, then to produce something with negative mass, yeah, that would be hard. Okay, here we have the terminal waiting for us in here. Somebody's nearby. There's the ship. Sounds difficult. Yeah, whoop. Yeah. That's the somebody's ship I can see. Where is it? Though it seems to be floating in space. Let's go and take a look. A barахло, that's Russian name for like stuff or junk. Did somebody forget their ship there? Okay, I'm not going to just crash into it. I'd prefer to avoid that part. Is it stationary? Or is it moving? Is it changing its speed? Well, stationary. There's nothing stationary here. Okay. It is not changing its speed. Is it empty? Well, is there a film? Apologies for that. Ended up being a little bit too close. Seems to be in good condition otherwise. Well, I mean, the speed was low. No damage done. Is there something floating inside? Okay, do not hit it again. Careful, careful, careful. These things are big. Yeah, that's probably the most... Okay, it's wide open. Why did the owner die though? I don't know. Okay. Battle mode, please. Hiding on the station, and his ship is floating like miles away. Literally miles away. Hey. Airlock room unable to depressurize. Oh, I have more air on board than I need. Force the outer door. Huh, I have just a little bit more. Force the inner door. It's possible that it is a trap, but once in a while I don't mind dying. Okay, the ship is not outfit, really. It has a working core. Yeah, I think somebody just died here, starting the game, because it has pretty much... It doesn't have a lot. A little bit of mining stuff. Let's grab these. I kinda don't have really a lot of them. Yeah. That's just nothing. Unauthorized access. I can make the ship mine, but do I even need to do it? I absolutely don't need to do it. I can despawn it in several ways. So I mean, I'm not going to if the owner returns somehow from the dead. Oh, what I can do, I actually can give it some momentum. Though I don't think I can control it without... Yeah, I cannot. Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I could dock and try to move some gases around, but I'm not going to do that. That's like a lot of time it takes. But we need to give it a push in the right direction. So, Knossos Ruins, Knossos Residential, Knossos Terminal. Yeah, I need to give it a push in another direction. Like... Hey. Oh, I'm not locked on the ship, crap. My bad. Okay, here we go. Let's push it a little bit. Now it is definitely flying away. We damaged our ship, but that I can fix. So we need to go to Knossos Terminal, right? Like this. We are slowly flying in that direction. Let's go and do some fixing. Ah. Nice. This... Oh no, we don't need to actually use just a special slot on the shelf for this. We can drop it in one of these. Okay, let's go and fix what we got damaged here. No damage inside. It's all outside. So, solar panel failure. Not a big deal. Nothing a little bit of hydrogen can't help. Any more damage? The lights are good. The lights are lighting. Well, this is more than understandable. Any invisible damage of the glass? Okay, no. Okay, battle mode off. Okay, and all this time we've been slowly flying towards Gnosis terminal. Let's fly a little bit less slowly, which means a little bit faster. Oh yeah, don't be so dramatic. Collision warning. Do you even see it? So this ship doesn't have really like amazing thrusters or anything, but it has enough to decelerate in time. Okay, hope this thing doesn't explode in my face, because that happened with other things already. The last time I played, I think I was like 2 minutes away from getting obliterated with a degrading structure. I think it got obliterated, by the way, because of the not because it just degraded on its own, but because... Okay, let's check the radar. Sorry. Are you seeing this? The ship is getting close to us. I definitely pushed it in another direction. There were no people around that ship. You cannot log out and stay invisible, but the ship is moving towards us now. Well, not really towards us, but it's getting closer. There's nothing else in a 1000 kilometer radius. The bump I had, I think I think I pushed it away. Well, I mean, as whatever, not whatever, as much as away might mean in space. But now it's getting closer. Let me take a look. Well, I mean, my push wasn't enough to change really his orbit that seriously. That's the thing about it. It is possible while it is possible. So we can see that it's technically considered the same orbit. I need to push them way higher. Way more seriously. Slowly getting closer. It's not going straight towards us because, yeah, the speed is Lateral speeds are increasing. But why is it flying to me? So it's, I think it's passing us. But I thought I pushed it away. Okay, so yeah, it's passing. Technically on a different orbit, but extremely close to ours. Directional speed is increasing. Lateral speed is increasing. So that this is as close as it's going to get, and now it's actually going away. Well, I thought I pushed it in a different direction. I don't know how I managed to do that. Okay. This we don't need, but this we are going to need. Close everything to make it just simply harder to loot. Harder to get in. And let's relog. The quests are not properly activating. The stages of the quests are not properly activating here. So yeah, you have to relog for them. Search the Gnosis terminal. Okay. You might have to relog just inside this thing. Oh, nice. Some loot already. Loot outside, that's a good sign. Stop, what are you? Who are you? I'm K9 helmet. I think I have enough of them now. Oh, nice. Cans. I think I cannot take more than one. A steam pack, okay. That I'll have to loot. Small random good stuff. Pistol there. Would be always nice to have another one. And another clip. And here. Another pistol and a clip. Okay. I'll get back to it. Okay, here I think we can relog again. Just give it a short sec. Just a second. Just a second. Okay, what's going on with the core? Still could be enough for quite some time. There's lots of pistols in here. Hello. White girl. Or even while pale.
Oh man, this place is a mess. I don't even know where to start. An Arthur's imposter could be anywhere. Let's just start with residential, see if that gets me somewhere.
Get to the residential area. Okay, can I please may I loot this first? I can see some stuff that I'd love to have. Why am I running with a pistol that's not loaded? Hello there. Well, yeah, it's better than I expected. I actually made my own version of this picture. You can find it in my Twitter. Or just watch, look for, what's it called? Look at the thumbnails on my, for my YouTube videos. Well, there is some stuff. Okay, there's definitely something to bring back. Since we're here, let's work on that. That's okay. That's electricity. It's not really working anymore. So we could bring one more suit, but we don't need that. We don't need any suits, anything. So we need things that would be easier to recycle. Yeah. But again, even without the things that are easier to recycle, we have enough things. We have enough resources that we can get from the said recycling. So this I prefer to drop here. But let's do another run there. I'm just dropping all the stuff here on the ground because I don't really need it. No, these ones are actually good. These ones I will use. These though, not really. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do this in this game accidentally. The cans. Okay, like this. A pistol. A pistol. A pistol. Let's drop in here too. The magazines. Oh, that's full. Okay. We don't need that many mags in the ship. We cannot carry even them. But though I got to tell you that the physics works. Okay. The hacking device we don't need right now. Let's do another run. So we need to go to the Gnosis residential now. We'll do in a sec. Just gonna check if I can get something else here. Yeah, a little bit of shattered plating. Shattered plating, it pretty much, yeah, you recycle it, but you get way more carbon fibers than from just recycling pretty much anything else. Shattered plating is for carbon fibers. Okay. Land in here. Grab this. The suit I'm not taking, it is too big. Pretty scary explosions and whatnot. This is good for recycling. Where's the box? Evacuate immediately. This is not a drill. So yeah, that's how you learn what happened. A terrorist attack. So there was a group called Sons of Earth that pretty much was kind of dormant. But when the things started really going well around Hellion, they executed a very sophisticated series of attacks that resulted pretty much in, well, they say about evacuation, but they kind of disappeared. So so what they managed to do, they managed to trigger the Kessler effect when there's so much debris floating in the orbit that they hit pretty much everything and produce even more debris, and this is like a chain reaction of debris creating debris. So do I need another pistol? Well, I mean, no, I have one. I don't want to be double carrying. Nobody's hiding in there. I'm not going to check the tunnel. Wait a second. That's the exit. How do I get to the locked part? Ah, here it is. So let's grab this. Let's grab this. Info. Large-scale disaster taking place with their second moon burner. Well, second moon, first moon, third moon. So, did I miss anything here? Don't have room for that anymore. Good. Didn't want to craft these things. By the way, curious if I can do this trick. I cannot open it, unfortunately. But there is a secret thingy here. And the button for it is supposed to be inside the thingy. Inside the cryo chamber. I cannot get to it. Okay. To the wall plate. Let's see. I don't think it has anything. Well, I can see the slots for the boxes. Actually, it would be nice to have a box. Just a crate. Just for the crate. Just to have it. For more storage. Okay. We are sort of done here. Grab the box and yeah. Well, if you can see it, then you can, yeah. Pretty much the same you can do in some bases in DZ if the owners didn't really think through the placement of the walls. Okay, I think we are. Oh, we can do this. Yes, let's do this. Let's heal ourselves and grab like one of these. Which one's better? They both have nitro. Okay, stupid. I'm flying in the opposite direction. Oops, now I'm flying upside down. So you can look like a goblin. Yeah. Yeah, people really would want that. No, don't be so dramatic. Okay. What else? We don't need this, nothing we need here. And this pistol too. So just this pile of stuff on the floor. And this we will deal with them later, I guess. Okay. Knossos Residential. That Barachlo ship is 36 kilometers away already, which is very nice of them to continue on their course. Oops. Almost hit the base. Forgot that I was near something. Started to maneuver in space. Coming in a little bit too hot. Short AFK for noodles. Okay. Of course. Doesn't look like anything dangerous would be over there. It's not even spinning. Okay. Okay, let's go and take a look at this one too. The pistol we have. Some ammo we have too. I don't expect people there, of course. Yeah. I can see at least one locked door inside already from here, maybe even two. So we need the hacking devices. So a couple of crew quarters and one LSM. Oops, a little bit low on oxygen. Oh, forgot about that part. Let's see if we find some oxygen inside. Another pistol. Oh, what do you have? Some nitrates. Not optimal. Ooh, there's a lot of these cans. It's nice.
I think I might be going crazy, but I think the Sun's agent is none other than Deadwolf himself. But if that's true, then the bastard just walked onto the station and no one figured it out. How could that have happened?
Are they all nitrates? Crap, they're all nitrates. That's not fun. And all these cans contain nitro. Ah no, this one has oxygen. We found one that's useful. Just as I said, we'll find some oxygen inside. Again, some stuff for recycling. Find the working terminal. You gotta be kidding me, right? A working terminal in here. Where's the local nanite core? Yeah, it's good. What did I get hit? This? Not producing any power. Have nothing in its systems. Okay, in 15 minutes, server restart. It's better to be inside our ship at that time. Nitrates again, yeah. Sorta kinda disappointing that it's only nitrates here. That's another exit. So, to residential. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's use this. Okay, we need power, just as I expected. So how do we make this possible? Hey, open the door. That's space. That's the one I hacked. That's another one. Check email. Quite some pistols. Just some logs. Zero Stream Project live concert. Okay. There's loot over there and I cannot get there. Sad. Okay, let's get to the console and see what we actually can do here. Found anything good? Not really. We need this thing. We need to get this thing operational. Life support. We need power. How do we get power here? There's no power console in here. Unless I dock to it and just power it up from my ship. Yeah, I think that's the only way. Because this place doesn't have a power console. Okay. Let's do exactly that. Oops. Hit my head. Hey. Get up. Okay, another pile of random stuff. Not 100% useful, but not 100% useless either. Quite some cells. And more than a couple of these containers here. Okay, let's dock this to the base. Yeah, I can hear all the... Can I have docking lights? Ah, I have docking lights, it's just misplaced somehow. Coming in a little bit too... Ah no, coming in actually almost perfectly. Hey, are you going to dock? Is it this bad? Okay, I guess it'll do. Just didn't want to dock the first time. Okay, got to turn it off. Everything before it drain my... Ah, everything is off. No, this is residential. Okay, that's draining my battery. That we don't need to turn on. But the rest of it, okay, let's go. Now we should be able to read what we need to read there. Now, when I'm docked to the structure, oops, got thrown out of it. When I'm docked to the structure, I can actually hear the noises coming from it. Okay, let's use the opportunity to get the resources here. Okay, and we gotta go inside because the battery of our ship is not endless. Breach fire hazard. This is off, right? This is not what we need. This is what we need. Check email.
The bastard used some kind of virus. The bomb had knocked out the entire station. Securities, sensors, comms, even failsafes. He even had the gall to send a message to the old man. The entire place went dark for an hour. I guess a distress call got out. It's been been issued a full recall for all ships. But I can't figure out these coordinates. This is the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. Okay, and there is another thing that we kinda needed to maybe take a look at. Where's it though?
The bastard used some kind of virus. The One thing knocked out the entire station. Securities, sensors, comms,
okay,
even
that's the same.
failsafes. He even had the gall to send a message to the old man. The entire place went dark for an hour. I guess a distress call got out. It's the big airship before recall for all ships. But I can't figure out these coordinates. This is the middle of nowhere.
Okay. So let's see if we can grab anything else from here. Yes, we can. And yes, we definitely should, since we can. Oh yeah, there's a ton of them here. Oh, that's shattered plating. Shattered plating, shattered plating. Here we go, grab that one. Snatched it away. And my ship, my poor ship that's powering up this whole broken thing. Oops, missed the hatch. It's nice. I'm docked to the station and now I can hear the station actually going down slowly. Okay. Enough listening to that. The quest line. To the middle of nowhere. It sends me to the middle. What's the middle of nowhere then? This is me. Recall coordinates. Ah, I know what's there. I think I know what's there. Okay, we are not that far, so we definitely can go. Aha, server restart. Okay, there's a warning now about the server restart. So we have to wait then. So we wait. Actually, a couple useful things I found there. I have found there some small cans, emergency cans with oxygen. So I didn't even need to take another jetpack or just use another, just use my own cans. Why did I just hear thrusters going off? RCS system thrusters. Why is Barachlo still nearby? How is it even possible? Ah. Okay. It's nearby because maybe the ship just stabilized itself. Okay, server restart. Usually the servers restart pretty fast, but I'm going to take a second. And yeah, take a short break. So be right back, and don't go away, we'll continue pretty soon. And we are back. Should be nice and cozy in the ship. Here we go. Still floating around Gnosis. Though I think all the loot on the station is back. So... Oh, and that's annoying. Middle of nowhere is now pretty far away, I would say. Ooh, look at this orbit. So, an orbit with a pretty big dip into the planet by the look of it. Does it actually go to the other side? Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. So... that's what you'd call just skinny dipping. And we have another one here. You know what? I want to jump here to the damaged reactor. That might be actually interesting. Let's see if I can manage, if I manage to do that. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Initialize. Just the main thing is to avoid skinny dipping or just dipping into the atmosphere of the gas giant. If that orbit's true and that base kinda makes that maneuver, it would be a good idea not to do it with the base. But yeah, all the stuff happens because it's like there's proper celestial mechanics here, so the game is trying to calculate the more or less realistic orbits based on the parameters that it has. So, but yeah, sometimes it fails because celestial mechanics it's not that easy. Flying low. I once saw people flying long time ago, flying around Hellion. Like it looked like they were touching the surface of the star. I think it was before they introduced that radiation destroying everything. Oh, hi there. Okay, if you say so. That sounds like a bad dream. Ah, yeah. So, where are we? Oh, we are on a different orbit. We ended up being pretty far away from this thingy. Rare, but it happens. The jump wasn't properly calculated. Let's jump a little bit more. Once in a while you would end up, yeah, nearby. Gnosis Engineering Block E. Okay. Very well. Wanted to take a look at the damaged reactor. Hope there's nothing shooty in there. And hope it doesn't explode in my face. But everything is possible. The damage it takes, I think it's pretty serious. It's taking right now. Okay, let's not add to this damage by just stupidly floating around and bumping into things. Yeah, no, we're in a cloud of debris. That's manageable. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look good at all. So I want to get into the reactor itself, and preferably not upside down. Oh, it has power. Oh. Everything seems to be a little bit on the side here. Okay. So, did I get stuck in here because everything is on the side? Okay, okie dokie. That's not good. What if we undock? I've never seen this glitch before. So it's not letting me inside. Okay, let's see if we can just relog and fix this. The tilted gravitation, that's like something new. Okay, back to normal, more or less. That's a ton of fire extinguishers. Okay, then. And a ton of these pistols. 16. I want to grab one. And one of these two. Okay, there's everything here. But not what I hoped for. And we lost sound. On top of everything, we lost sound. Power up. Why does it have power? It's draining its capacitor. Okay. Turn it off. Yeah, that's sort of better. So I hope to find some blue cans here, but I'm not sure where they spawn then, if not here. This looks like entirely different set of loot. So okay, let's grab things. Go to the ship. Oh, yeah, okay. So which are the best for recycling? 6338. This one. 3863. So these ones are good for recycling. The military nanite cores. The best of all the things around here. Do you have oxygen in this one? No, only nitro. Oxygen in any of these? Yeah, cool. Oxygen in any of these? Yeah, cool. Drop it. What about these pistols? Are they good for recycling? Not really. So it's like better to grab these devices. Okay, so this is a little bit underwhelming. It has what? Just a microscopic amount of helium left for the fusion reaction. Okay, that's not what I really wanted to find in here. Oh. Drop you. Take you. Let's go outside. Get to the ship, restart the game. We are not on debris cloud anymore. Okay, at least that's good. There's a ton of welding pistols in here, like literally 3 tons. I don't think I've ever seen that many welding pistols and capacitors in one place, and fire extinguishers in one place. Okay. No shattered plating I took. Okay. This is a real pile of loot. The rest of it, let's leave here. And these two. Okay. Let's reload the game. For a second, Hellion just stopped working, but then it started working again. Happens. More like it. Now we have a sound. So any shattered plating around worth going outside and checking out, since we are here. Is it worse? This place has so much strange loot inside that I don't think it's going to have anything outside. Yeah. I'm not sure how it actually happens, but this one doesn't have a single shattered plating. Oh no, it has one. I wasn't right. And it has another one and another one. Since we are nearby, so... And another one. Go with grass ever eating tishtos. It means something. But I have no idea what. I think it's a pretty big Easter egg from the from the game developers. Okay. Time to go somewhere else. We spent enough time looting these areas one by one. We have like tons of things now to offload, and that I will definitely have to do offline. All this is full. Can you imagine? All these shelves. Oh. So I hope that doesn't just glitch anything out. Oh, just a few. Yeah, just a few. Leave this. And go. We need a new cell. Apologies. I forgot that the one that we were flying with got depleted. Yes, it is depleted. Where did it go? In the wall, I think. Well, I ditched it in the wall of the ship. Oh, it's floating outside. Okay, whatever. Though they're good for recycling. Well, I mean, they give you quite some things upon recycling. Warp 2. Ooh, not good. This thing's floating too fast. Yeah, so cannot go straight there. Have to go first to this one. Okay, initialize. Go. Where do I need to go to find the blue cans? I remember that I found at least once somewhere. Well, we're flying. Let me actually check about those blue cans. There's a site called Hellion Body. Items. So let me show it to you. That's not the right one. I'm just capturing a wrong monitor. Here it is. So scans. Okay, are we there yet? Almost. Okay, let's arrive first and then switch to Hellion Body to take a look. Good, and stationary. So where to find? Burner civilian ruins. So only around burner. Icarus. Around Bethir. That's from, yeah, that's the start of it, I think. So we'll have to go to burner to find resource scans. Okay. Okay. This thing is flying away faster than we can get to it. Oops. Okay, that's a problem. We lost the middle of nowhere marker. Which is strange. No, it's here. Warp 2. Can we? Oh, that would be close. That would be super close. Okay, we need to get somewhere custom. So let's just create our own orbit here. Like this. Warp 2. A little bit higher to make it less dangerous. Initialize. It's over there. So yeah, today, well, when I first started playing on this server, I found signs of people. There was a ship, actually, the big one, the, how is it called? This one's Stirrups, and the other one is crap, I forgot the name. So I found the ship, and today I found signs of people. I found somebody's the mule, yeah, but Argus. These are like Sterops, Argus, and the third one that's not in the game but should have been. These are like creatures called Gekaton hairs from Greek mythology, I think. So they had to be the third ship. Had to be. Because there are 3 Gekaton hairs. If that even their name in English. So Sterops, Argus, and the third one. Okay, that's our orbit just in the middle of nowhere. We're a little bit low on the juice. But what if it's enough? No, it's not enough. Warp 2. Now we are finally going to catch it. Yeah. They're not new. They're actually pretty used, but they're 100% enough to just, sorry, hiccups, to just maneuver around Bethir. Well, no, actually these areas, they just simply spawn them. It's not like it is intended for the quest. You can find a lot of them around in some of these ruins. So, and Smith just running around, picking them up and visiting all the random places. It's the one for the quest you get like in the very beginning, I think. So these are everywhere. They are not, they're just part of the loot. No, they're everywhere. They are like really everywhere. So here we have the Argest. Here we have the recall coordinates. Headlights, please. That's not headlights. Oops. Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy. Has to have the destroyed engine room, I think. There's no gravity in this room. Is there gravity in here? Yeah, there is. Thank you very much for this. Amazing. Of course there is. Actually, there's electricity even. Okay, nice to have proper warp cell of the next tier.
So that's how it all went down. The sun set this months in advance. They sent a massive station on a collision course. Deadwolf boarded Knossos and crippled the place from the inside. When the virus was activated, Knossos was less than 2 hours from collision. The old man expected Sons would use Hellion's glare as a cover, but he barely had any time to react. So he made a call to take out the incoming station. He bought Altcorp just enough time to evacuate, while the debris rained around them. God only knows how many died in that hell. The debris fields escalated, and when Knossos was hit for the second time, Bethir became a no-fly zone. Altcorp had no choice but to abandon it. And Deadwolf used all this chaos to quietly slip off the station. Alright.
Survivors evacuated to Aradil, most likely to Fort Bellerophon. So that's where I'm going as well. If I stay here a minute longer, I'll go mad. I just hope the ship can get me there. It's barely holding as it is.
Okay, we actually got a relog because the quest didn't get updated. So let's do it again. There's the derelicts, yep.
So that's how it all went down. The sun set this months in advance. They sent a massive station on a collision course. Deadwolf boarded Knossos and crippled the place from the inside. When the virus was activated, Knossos was less than 2 hours from collision. The old man expected Sons would use Hellion's glare as a cover, but he barely had any time to react. So he made a call to take out the incoming station. He bought Altcorp just enough time to evacuate, while the debris rained around them. God only knows how many died in that hell. The debris fields escalated, and when Knossos was hit for the second time, Bethir became a no-fly zone. Altcorp had no choice but to abandon it. And Deadwolf used all this chaos to quietly slip off the station.
Yeah.
Alright. Survivors evacuated to Aradil, most likely to Fort Bellerophon. So that's where I'm going as well. If I stay
Yeah,
here a
Fort
minute longer, I'll go
Bellerophon, I
mad.
remember that place.
Just hope the ship can get me there. It's barely holding as it is.
I remember that place. Traveling there takes some time. No. I don't want to depressurize everything. That was a mistake. Okay. That seems slowly floating away. Actually, not that slowly even. Okay. At least right now we are alone. What was that? Actually, for a second felt like somebody's arrival from a warp. Okay. So this thing can be dangerous simply because it's a little bit damaged. So let's grab a military nanite core, 2 pistols, and make it ours. Okay, that happens. That happens. Continue. That's why we have what we have. Boom, 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 boom. So turn it on for now. We need a new ship. We need a new suit. Ready, ready. Very nice. These things we're going to need. A couple of steam packs. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, and this, of course. So my body still might be floating somewhere nearby. That was the, yeah, pretty much the insta death. Happens, just on the last stage of the quest. Stop. Pressurize the door. Let me out. Did I really call the ship? Let's check. Ah, okay, it's almost there. Wait a second. Yeah, I have a spare backpack. The ship has arrived. The insta-death was because of me leaving the ship a little bit too fast. So these transition zones from gravitation to 0G, they are actually dangerous. Yeah, let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get it, because we have a full ship of loot. Okay. Claim. Here we go. Let's turn it on. Okay, everything looks fine here. The nanite core is good for a little bit of time. Let's put on a better one. Put in like this one, for example. No, not like this. Like this. Yep, 2 days. A little bit safer. Then travel. We got to be able to properly travel around. Now we are. Load the map. That's me over there. Warp 2. Why do I have stage 2 available to me? That's strange, but I'll deal with it later. Oops. Just in time. So, why are we doing stage 2 in here? This is tier 2 singularity cell detonator. Wow, I had it on my shelf and I didn't even see it. Where did I get it? Where the hell did I find this one? It was just on my shelf as a spare, but it's tier 2. Okay, I should not forget to take it. Because I'm abandoning the ship, of course. Here we are flying. Well, yeah, but I don't want... If it's the only one that I have, I'm not ready to just disintegrate it and make it into a blueprint. Not ready to lose it. Okay. Coming in. That's my ship on the radar. One thing that's absent though, it is the Argus. I think I know what happened. The bloody scene exploded. The Argus exploded in my face. That's what happened. Because it is not here anymore. So let's see if the ship took damage. Yep. I told you the bloody scene was dangerous, and it freaking was. Okay, let's see if we can find at least my body. Okay. So, grabbing all the things we need with us. So you better core. Just for this thing to not explode in our face. I have a feeling that my body just disintegrated. Let's see. Nowhere inside. Sometimes it would be floating in space somewhere nearby the ship. Or, well, it would be just gone. Okay, let's go a little bit back. Oh no, there's not a lot of damage. There's not a lot of damage, 97. So, where's the body then? Yeah, the ship didn't take a lot of damage. I'm not seeing like 97, that's what it was. So maybe... Well, I mean, the Argus is gone. The Argus is essentially gone, so... That we have. That we have. My body is nowhere to be found. That we have too. Just gonna spin around. Yeah. That's definitely a good thing. The Argus we didn't get, so we definitely can get another one. It's not going to be a problem. Just by doing the quest again. So the body disappeared. That's sort of kind of strange, but okay. So that's not enough juice to get back home. So let's get back home. We gotta step away and regroup. Why is this asteroid? For some reason this asteroid's marked. Well, whatever the reason is, we will deal with it later. So I actually lost a welding pistol. 2 welding pistols. Do I have any welding pistols in this pile? No, okay. $200, 280, 206, Well, I have welding pistols. I have spare ones. Pretty much in every room of my station I have welding pistol. I lost the one that was part of the ship kit, and the one that I picked up to fix the arches. I knew that the bloody thing would need fixing right off the bat. I remember it. It spawns in like super bad condition. If you don't get there fast enough, you're going to... yeah. And we didn't get there fast enough. We actually took a ton of time. Okay. This is the first time I died in this playthrough. So yeah. Done well so far. Well, it's not really that hard. It's just more like step-by-step situation. You just move carefully and quietly. Well, oh crap. Are you seeing anything? Yeah, we have to relook again. Yeah. Our station is in a different spot. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you can actually stop the ship from here too. That I did not remember. M hotkey M works from here too, as well as shift. But shift's kinda, that's obvious. That's to stop rotational movement. And M is to synchronize the speeds. So, after learning how to dock here, actually, SpaceX simulator for docking to the space station wasn't really a problem. It was even less of a problem because in the simulator of docking to the space station, things happen way, way slower. Okay. Don't forget to turn off the lights. Spam that M key. Yeah. Okay, the pistol we got to have. It's like dangerous without a pistol out there. So let's pick up some of the loot for recycling. This will work for a little bit. Well, technically, in these two will work too. For traveling around with here, so I'm going to leave this one here, for example. One thing that I lost is like a tier 2 warp cell. I somehow have this tier 2 detonator, but that I'm carrying, but I lost the tier 2 warp cell with the in the explosion. Okay then. Yeah, but since we'll have to do the quest again, I will just find it again, I guess. This is stupid. This is empty. Okay, let's see what we can grab from here. We didn't even lose a lot. We actually barely lost anything, to be honest. Nitrates. This one contains a little bit of everything. That's a starting can, I think. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just not putting it on the shelves because I'll be out of space on my shelves. But things like tier 2 parts, I would definitely have on the shelves. I just well, yeah, didn't see that I had tier 2 singularity cell detonator somehow, and I lost the tier 2 warp cell. Stop. Oops. Yeah, okay. Floating in the most peculiar way. Okay. We are back home. So turn the power on for now. Here we go. So that's why I'm keeping like the suits, all the suits that I'm keeping. So just in case I die like this in a very stupid way. First of all, let's go and ditch things we don't need. So this we keep. I could craft new ones, but I'm just keeping a couple of used ones. And this one. Fabricators going, and fabricator and the stirrups I need of a new warp cell or nanite cores. I'll do it a little bit later. By the way, the air quality, I'll deal with it again. Or I'll deal with it now. No, we don't need to generate anything. We need to clean the air. Oops. It's something. So here we have another tool, another welder. So not a problem at all. Let's deal with the junk I'm carrying. Not with this one though. This one I'm going to need. Like this. You go here. Okay, I have too much shattered plating now. My ship's full of shattered plating and I have all the shelves occupied with shattered plating here. Okay, this stays. Okay, that singularity cell detonator goes here. I didn't even see it was blue. I don't know how, but I didn't even see it was blue. Okay, let's refill this properly with my mix. You go here, and this remove with my mix again, and some oxygen. Yep. So you stay here. Very well. You stay here. Gotta be full. Now let's deal with these containers. Lord, just nitrates. Not that I need these containers. I might actually end up grinding them down too. But to have a couple, more than a couple, to have some, just in case of losing the ship completely. So let's do this. Let's do the ice. Because this is oxygen. Yeah, these have containers too. These drills are ready. Okay. This container. Well, let's drop it here. For now. Hey, cannot put it there. Well, I know that I cannot put it in there. I cannot put it on top. Where did that go? Ah, on the other side. Well, no. No. You're not going to go on the other side. Okay, Got some oxygen. Nice. At least got some oxygen. Nitrates. So this I'll grind down then, simply because I don't know where to put it. I don't want I don't want it to be on the other side of the shelving. Good. Oh, almost full. Okay. Here we go. So the resources for crafting I have for days now. I even have some unrefined iron, I think. Unrefined ferrites. Here we have some. And here we have some. So that's enough to keep station afloat for very serious amount of time. And again, I might need to start venting hydrogen. Though maybe, actually, in case of dying, it would be a good idea to have not one, but two welding pistols in the ship. So yeah, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Done refining that. Very well. Oops. Why did I take this? I wanted to grab the pistol. So let's refill the backpack, the jetpack. Like this. And yeah, air filter. Are you done filtering? Did you filter anything at all? Ah, no, we have like... Now it's filtering air in the airlock. Okay. Not for nothing. Okay. Hey, I turned you off. And it is showing that it's on. Air filter online. Ah, it's online in... Still online in the ship. Okay. Shut it down. Used up the carbon filters almost completely. Gotta take care of these ones too. But now we have very clean air in the ship too. Forgot about that part. Okay, power off. The lights are off. The ship's parked there properly. I don't think it's locked properly, but I will have to log in, like in between streams, and to manage all the loot that's inside the ship and re-outfit the ship for the next journey, which would be the same journey, but that time we'll have to get the Argus. So, okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Always nice to play a little bit Hellion, and nice that I managed to do like a bonus stream today, which is like super cool. Took a little bit longer than I expected because of that death, but that's okay. So yeah, pretty much. YouTube people, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. Hope you liked the stream, and if you did, please leave a like. Doesn't matter if you're watching this as a video or as a recorded as a live stream. Please leave a like. By the way, speaking of again the music, no music for YouTube. So if you're watching this and you want to listen to some music, yeah, use your own. Twitch people, thank you for watching me on Twitch. Feastmaster keeping me company the whole evening, and quite some lurkers. Thank you for lurking. Lurking's watching, supporting. Don't leave the channel yet though. Let's find somebody to raid. There was one other person playing Hellion tonight in the section of Hellion, though they were streaming in English, so in Russian, sorry, so we couldn't raid them. Okay, let's see. Not sure who to raid. Zero ideas who to raid. Boom, 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 boom. Should we go back to DayZ? Kinda, maybe. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in the section of DayZ. So, and find somebody who we haven't raided before. Just bear with me. Interesting. So there's a person playing Namalsk, for example. Let's see if I can read them. Okay, that's Namalsk. That's not 100% vanilla, but I respect Namalsk a lot. Namalsk feels like a proper DLC for DayZ that was there even before any DLCs, I think. So let's go and say hi to Call Me Blanca, since it's Call Me too. And I will see you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night. And yeah, I'm actually myself, I'm super proud of myself that I managed to do 2 streams tonight. So cheers everybody. Let's go and say let's go and say hi to Blanca. Yeah.